Welcome back, everyone. You know, one of the most rewarding things about this job is that every once in a while I meet somebody who's just inspiring. And my guest today happens to be that person. It's Coleen Kirchhoff. And Coleen is here to talk about a fundraiser that they're doing at Stonequist Apartments here in Saratoga. But before we get to this, I want you to know why this woman is so inspiring. We just had the best conversation before we tape this interview. So Coleen, welcome.
Thank you.
Very nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to go back a little bit.
Go ahead.
Back in time a bit. You and I kind of are the same generation.
Yes.
And that back then, polio was not fully understood. There was really no cure for it.
That's
They were
right.
trying all kinds of things, and most of the things weren't working at the time.
Right.
And you fell victim to that at a very young age, didn't you?
I did.
So tell me about that.
I was 10 weeks old. I ended up in the hospital for a lot of years. I grew up in the hospital for the first 5. It was a lot of surgeries, casts. In the hospitals in those old days there, when you went in the hospital for surgery, you weren't out like in a matter of days like you are now. You were there for months. You had to learn how to walk, rehabilitation, physical therapy, you name it. But you have to have a vision ahead, because I saw people, I was in an iron lung, a lot of people were, and it was a really rough period of time, but I kind of think I benefited from it in an odd way, because I got to understand people and care about them. And I always knew I had goals. So I was going to get past this and get on with my life. And I did.
Well, you know what? I have to tell you that Coleen, for many years, was a registered nurse. So when you talk about adversity and you talk about just the spirit of facing life face on, right?
Yeah, I bet.
There you go. That sounds just like you, Coleen.
I don't know any other way. So if there is, I didn't hear about it. I don't understand, like, to me, that's a normal thing.
Yes, that's
But
right.
what do I know? I've just been around once.
Well, I got news for you. What you know is something that I think the rest of us wish we knew. So,
Okay.
you know, hats off to you. Hey, now you're a resident at
I am.
Stonequist.
Stonequist. Right.
Stonequist Apartments. That's right here in Saratoga. These apartments are unique in that they make affordable housing for people with lower incomes and also people with disabilities. Now, these apartments were built in the 60s, right,
Late
Coleen?
60s, yes.
You moved in 2010 when they had remodeled or renovated these apartments to
Yes.
make them much more handicap access, right?
And any that weren't, they went on to do, like the bathroom. So a width of a wheelchair or a walker
That's
could
right.
get in and out. On the one bedroom, same thing, you know, doorways. And one of the benefits of living in Stonequist, it's got an elevator. You don't have to try and deal with stairs.
That's right.
It is a big thing, you know, whether you're a walker, cane, vision impaired, it
Right.
doesn't matter.
Well, you know, and I'm sure that you do all agree, is that it's fairly recent, really within the last 15 years, that there was a real awareness for the fact that housing and entrances to restaurants and sidewalks and all of the things that we take for granted can be real challenges for somebody with a disability.
That's right.
And that, but I see it. My wife's an interior designer, and she designs for hospitals and assisted living. And I see the plans that she does, and they're all handicap accessible.
right.
You know, that's just the way of the world now.
It really should be all over, because everyone has a life, and to not be able to get into, whether it's a store or up a sidewalk,
Right.
you have to turn around and you feel defeated. You know, why can't I get there?
You know what? Just talking to you, I don't know if you ever feel defeated. It sounds to me like you're out to conquer the world.
I probably am. I have my 3rd bucket list, so I'll let you know.
That's great. Now, I want to talk to you about the apartments. Stonequist.
Yes.
I got to say it properly. Stonequist is doing something, they're trying something this year to build awareness for the apartments, for the people that are living there, and to raise some money for the resident council. And I'm going to tell you why. As you know, there are a lot of amenities that some of us take for granted. It could be simple things like a nice new television set. They could be something like a croquet set. They could be any number of different things. And Stonequist is going to have their first annual carnival. I love this idea, Coleen.
Cool?
This is a great idea. It's on Saturday, August 20th. And I just want to tell you a bit about the day. There's going to be games, there's going to be prizes, there's going to be food, there's going to be music. And we were talking before we went on air, some of the musicians that they've contacted about playing. This is just going to be one of those affairs where the community gets together, learns something, shares something, and helps people less fortunate than ourselves get some of the things that maybe we take for granted. Tell me about the carnival.
Oh, it's going to be, it's blowing my mind, and we started with the plans. We're going to have face painting. We're going to have a clown. We have two people who want to be a clown, and that's so easy. The food that we have very talented people there. We're going to be barbecuing, you know, the whole thing. We have horseshoes for adults, a game called Bolo, and whatever else comes up. We have people who live in the building coming up with games that I've never heard of. There's one called Cakewalk. It's like musical chairs. Somebody has to show me that one works. But we have T-ball. We have.
In other words, there's something for everybody in the family and any age, right?
And it's like a big park.
Yeah.
You know, and spacious. You know, there's a place to sit. There's trees. There's a lot of squirrels. You know, life. That's why I said it's going to be bigger than what our hopes had been.
Yeah, sure. Now, our mission, should we choose to accept it, is really twofold. There's no charge to come in and bring your family and be part of the carnival, but they need vendors. And so if you're out there and you own a shop, or you're a chef, you own a restaurant or whatever, please contact them, because there's a minimal charge to be a vendor here, and that's the way that they're going to make money for this resident council. And it's seriously important. It's a big deal that they're putting on. You know what I'm saying? The phone number is 306-3672. 306.
Oh, no, I got to correct you.
367, wrong?
6372.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I wrote it down backwards. 306-6372. That's a phone number. You can call that, register, take a booth, go in there, meet the residents.
That's right.
And bring your family. I just think this is a wonderful undertaking.
It's from 12 to 4.
Gotcha, okay.
And I don't think there'll be anything that people wouldn't enjoy. You know, we're going to have balloons. We even have water balloons. I don't know if we're going to end up throwing them at one another. But, you know, it's like an up thing, you know, an up event, because we have the track, right? We have so many things going on in Saratoga. And the state fair and whatever. Maybe we're competing with the state fair. I'll let you know next year.
You want to know something? I got news for you, Coleen.
What?
If there was nothing there except the opportunity to meet and talk to you, I'd go.
Thank you.
This is fantastic. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
And don't forget, this is a Saturday, August 20th at Stonequist Apartments, right in downtown Saratoga. Easy to find. Phone number, if you're a vendor, please, that's the way they're going to raise money for this, is 306-6372. Well, thank you very much for coming in. It's
so much for having me.
You're quite welcome. To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.